In this video I'm going to show you how you can tram the bed of your 3D printer here on Zachary's 3D Prints. Hello, I'm Zachary. So like mentioned in the intro, today in this video I'm going to show you how you can tram your bed. And because of somebody pointing it out to me on TikTok, I'm going to show you how you can tram the bed, aka bed leveling or leveling the bed. Because of leveling the bed, you are not going to use a leveler to see if your bed is level. If your table or the thing that your 3D printer is standing on isn't level, then your bed is also not level. But it has nothing to do with leveling your bed. Tramming the bed makes sure that your nozzle is everywhere on the build plate at the same height. To do that, there are 4 screws on the bottom of the build plate. These are called thumb screws or leveling screws. Sometimes they are small and sometimes they are big. But why that they use 4, I don't know. Because to get the build plate plane or level, you have to use only 3 and not 4 leveling knobs. You go like this and this. And having 4 points is a little bit weird to do that. Okay, so what do we need if we want to tram the bed? If you have a feeler gauge, then use the 0.2 millimeter feeler gauge to do that. If you don't have a feeler gauge, no problem. Take a piece of paper, it doesn't have to be a big one, but the normal thickness. You fold it together like that, and if you did it correctly, you can measure it with a caliper, and in my case it's at 0.19. This piece of paper is thick enough for doing the tramming of the bed. If you are going to put your piece of paper between the nozzle and the bed, make sure that you stop twisting the thumb screw in order to have the best possible measurement. And since this is a piece of paper, be careful because you can rip it. You have to feel a little bit of friction between the nozzle and the bed. So let's do that. This printer is going to be used for tramming the bed, and this is a brand new 3D printer for the channel. This printer is given by the 3D Printing Belgium. I will put the link from his YouTube channel in the description of this video. And in a future video I'm going to give a little introduction about this 3D printer, because usually with brand new 3D printers I'm going to do a live stream unboxing, first print, and then start the review process. But since this 3D printer was used and given by the 3D Printing Belgium, I'm going to do a little introduction in a future video. So if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. The first thing that we are going to do now is making sure that the printer is homed in all directions. So in this case we go to the menu, we do prepare and do auto home. Once that is done, we are going to preheat the nozzle and the build plate. So 200 is enough, 60 for the bed. So there are several printers that have a leveling support. Prepare, and then we go a little bit down. This is leveling, and here leveling corners. So this is pre-programmed. So if you press on it, it will go to the first corner, a little bit above the first leveling point, or tramming point in this case. So we take the folded piece of paper and we are going to push it underneath the nozzle and the bed. Well, this is very loose, so I need to make sure that it is a little bit higher. So for the bed to go higher, I have to turn the leveling knob clockwise. Just So I feel now that there is a little bit friction, the nozzle is grabbing the paper. I keep my hand away from the leveling knob and I just go a little bit like this. So I can put it a little bit higher, so clockwise, and I think this is nice. So now I'm going to the next leveling point. Next one. So the next one is in this corner. Here we are going to do exactly the same thing. It's very loose, so give it a few turns clockwise. So now I feel that the nozzle is grabbing the paper. A little bit more higher. So this is nice. So we go to the next corner. So this is always a little bit tricky, but here for this printer there's enough space to do this. Yeah, there I feel the friction. Turn it a little bit. Keep your finger off the leveling knob. This is nice. You can turn it a little bit more, just depending on how well that you want to have it. Then the next corner, the last one in this case, it's easier to put the hand behind the printer, but this is the one where the cable is for the, or the wire is for the bed. Then we press the button one more time again, and then it goes to the first leveling point. And here, this is just to check. A little bit higher. Yeah, this is nice. Next corner. And you can continue for 2 whole rounds. So that was the leveling when you have a leveling assistant. In case if you don't have that, how to level your bed then? Or tramming assistant? Well, we go to prepare, then we do auto home. And also in this case, make sure to have heated up the nozzle to 200 or 210 degrees and your bed at 50 or 60 degrees. Then we go into the menu. We are going to the part where you can move your axis. And then for the Z axis, we are going to move 0.2 millimeters. So we go back and then we are going to disable the stepper motors because you want to move your hot end or your carriage freely. So, and then we are moving the build plate to the front, and then we are going to follow also here the same procedure. Then put your piece of paper between the nozzle and the leveling point, and then you are going to do your leveling till it grabs, and then you are going to move it to the next point. Be careful that you don't scratch your build plate. And that was the manual tramming of the bed if you don't have a leveling assistant. That was tramming the bed with an assistant leveling in your menu or a manual tramming of your bed. But what if you change from PEI sheet to glass bed or from a glass bed to something else and you have too much room between the nozzle and your bed? What then? Well, on the left side of the 3D printers, or most 3D printers, you will find an end stop. With this end stop, you can change the height of the X-axis. So, moving your end stop a little bit down or a little bit up, depending on which kind of plates you are going to use, you can compensate that on the Z-axis. In this case, you are going to go on your left hand side. There you will find an end stop. On most of similar machines you'll find it on the left side. Just take an Allen wrench, loosen the screw a little bit and just move it a little bit downwards if it is too high, or move it a little bit up if it is too close to the bed. because your end stop is going to determine where your 0.0 start point is going to be. So keep that in mind if you are going to tram the bed the next time. This video is supported by these awesome Patreon supporters: Lawyer Moses, The Lightspeed, Thixon Dude and Carl Fenton. Thank you guys for your support every single time. You can also support this channel by checking the Patreon link in the description of this video. If you are still watching this video, thank you, you are amazing. On the end card, there's some recommended videos worth watching. And while you're there, check out the merch in the merch store to support this channel as well. Please like this video, share this video with other people and on social media. And hey, let's make awesome things with 3D printing. Zachary, 3D Prints. Bye bye.